Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the No Laying Up podcast. Solly here. Got a fun one coming for you. We are in a big Masters mood. We'll explain it all here when we all get together. But we did a little draft of our best majors ever. I promise you're going to enjoy this. I think somewhere in there we mentioned that we had 6 judges lined up. We ended up with only 5 of them. So just we recorded the first part. It's good. Just wait a second. We're going to get to it. It all gets laid out for you here in a second. But before we do get rolling, I want to give a shout out to our friends at Titleist. They have officially brought back their loyalty rewarded promotion where you can buy 3 dozen Pro V1, Pro V1X, Pro V1X Left Dash, or AVX golf balls, and you get a 4th dozen for free. This is while supplies last. Playing a golf ball that fits your flight, spin, and feel needs, and teeing up that same golf ball every single round is one of the simplest ways to play better golf. Titleist Pro V1 family offers 3 distinct performance profiles to fit the widest range of golfer needs. Pro V1 is the greatest combination of speed, spin, and feel in the game with a mid-trajectory flight, low long game spin, and maximum short game spin with soft feel. That's what I play. The Pro V1X flies in a little higher window, spins more on full swings. It has a firmer feel throughout the bag. Then there's the brand new Pro V1X Left Dash, which flies high like the Pro V1X, but with dramatically lower full swing speed and even firmer feel. It's also the fastest ball in Titleist's lineup. You can also check out the new AVX, which delivers low spin in the long game and excellent greenside control and a very soft feel. Also flies in a slightly lower window than the Pro V1. Go to Titleist.com. You can find out a lot more of this information, find out which model is right for you. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Again, buy 3 dozen of any of those style of balls and you get a 4th dozen for free. Get the golf season started on the right note. Get a fresh 4 dozen to store in your garage, in the back of your car, wherever you keep your golf balls, and get ready for golf season. So without any further delay, let's get to the pod. We have no idea what's about to happen here. It's nerve-wracking. It's a little scary. We have a system set up for it. We're going to explain it all. I am Solly. I got the Brady Bunch with me today, giggling to my left, Mr. DJ Pie. Hello, Pie Man.
Hey, Solly. Thanks for having me on your program. I see a lot of nervous faces around here. This is a game we completely made up, and I think everybody's got a little standoff. No one really wants to show their cards. I don't know if anybody knows what they're doing exactly, myself included. And I mean, that's the place to be at the beginning of an episode. I'm excited.
Neil is here. Hello, Neil.
Yeah, I'm a little stressed out. I'm a notoriously bad fantasy football drafter. Once drafted Michael Turner first overall. Don't want to talk about it. Just not really, drafts are not really my thing, but I'm prepared. I just don't know I don't want the first pick. That's all I don't want.
Big Randy is here. Hello, Big Randy.
Hi there. God, I love how nervous Neil is. I'm already having a great time. This is going to be fun.
Randy's got his lighting dialed. You're looking great, big fella.
Thank you.
TC is here. Hello, TC.
Wildly underprepared. Let's do this. We're doing a snake. Can you get ticed? I mean, what's the?
Yeah, is it an auction? What are the details?
I'm gonna have DJ explain it because I think he's got the best handle on it. I do want to give a quick update. We have not updated this in a while. We remember me, Neil, and TC did a pro golf fantasy draft.
Oh, God.
I haven't updated the points in a while. We did this at the beginning of 2024. I just want to say, Neil, you're in 3rd with 17.
Oh, top 3.
Yeah,
TC is in 2nd with 21. And I am eked out in 1st place with 110 points. If you remember how that draft went, Hovland went number 1 to TC. He let me get Scheffler at number 2. Neil took Rahm and Koepka. Then I got Rory on the way back.
I didn't see Rahm. Or maybe he'd already flipped by that point.
He'd already gone to live.
Yeah.
I thought he was just going to knock off majors.
Bit of a Morikawa buy high situation there for Neil.
Yeah.
You guys let me get Bryson at like 6. It was a very fun draft.
Who was my second pick, Solly?
Ludwig.
Okay. I love where we're at.
You took Cantlay before Bryson. Yeah, really? It was a very fun episode. Anyways, DJ, you want to explain a little bit about what we're doing today?
Yes, we're going to call this the best Masters draft. And I think what we're going to do is
best or greatest?
We're going to call this the best Masters draft.
Okay.
Is what I've been taking it as. You're welcome to pick your own syntax if you like. I'm looking at this as we are going to do a draft of all the Masters tournaments. Even what is it? The Augusta Invitation, the National Invitation Tournament. We're going all the way back to the beginning. And the way I've been kind of thinking about it is just like who can put together the best collection of Pokemon cards. Here, we're going to do 4 rounds, maybe a bonus round, maybe an honorable mention at the end, but We're each going to have 4 picks, and you pick what you think is the best Masters. If you got the number 1 overall pick, you have access to every Masters ever played, and you got to decide which one you think is the best and put it in your collection. And at the end of this,
it's not what you think is the best because it's dependent on judges.
Well, this is the thing, Neil. Do you want to run your race or do you want to try to win the contest? Because we are
want
to
to
have
my flavors.
Exactly. You have to. You got to represent your flavors. But we are going to have a panel of judges. So I don't know if you can say more about that. Who are going to look at these selections? They're going to look at these 5 teams, and they're going to judge who they think put together the best collection of Masters. Who's got the highest floor? Who's got the most impressive roster of past Masters. And so, yeah,
Do you have any European judges or Australian judges, or is this going to be a jingoistic panel?
That's a great question, TC. You guys know who the judges are. I've compiled a list of 6 people that I cannot. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this.
Pick the judges. He's already stacking the deck.
But
he's been communicating privately with the judges. What is this, figure skating?
Neil is so paranoid about everything I'm up to.
Everybody's out to get him.
We are sending the list blind to them. Like, they're not going to hear any of this. They're going to get the final list, the final cards.
Player A, everyone. Player B, player C, player D, player E. Here's who's on their lists.
They're going to sort them 1 through 5. We'll do a point system for, if you finish first on somebody's list, that's worth points. We're going to so all that to say, we're going to come very back. We're recording this week prior. We're going to send that off. You're going to hear that within this episode. We're going to get those reactions, include them within this episode. Then we're going to also try to reconvene at the very end to react to the reaction to the draft and probably complain about, the stacking of judges then. So please save that for the end, because you don't know if you win, TC, then you don't want to give me ammo for complaining about the judges.
For sure.
I just feel like TC and Randy, isn't this like, aren't you guys all about the draft? Isn't this your whole deal?
We live to draft.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we auction too. Yeah, we do auction. So,
I'm just I'm so twisted all afternoon. I've been stressed out. I can hardly eat lunch. I anticipate, is there going to be a recency bias? What are the ages of these judges? Will they judge the collection as a whole? I mean, their personal biases, what are their experiences with it?
Sure.
Do they want a complete collection, or should I go for more themes?
Sure.
Like international winners.
You'll make
collapses.
Yeah, I think every answer to every question you could possibly ask, Neil, is yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And what are you guys going to do? And also what markets? If we're talking about collectibles, like, is there a big Japanese market? Should I go with Hideki? Right. Mm-hmm. Like, is that a high, or in playing cards, it's like age matters. Should I go way back in time?
Sure.
I don't know. I'm all mixed up.
Just for listeners' sake, we've agreed with 6 judges. One's a musician, one's a former professional golfer, and 3 currently work in golf media. So it's an eclectic mix of people, and it's spread out enough that I don't think you can necessarily do something and just pander.
Neil, if I may,
Sure.
You know how I tried to think of this, and it might be helpful. I think of this as you're going to have 4, maybe 5, if we do a wild card, Masters vinyls on your shelf. And what record, what concert, what year speaks to you?
Yeah.
Right. What do you want those records?
Well, I'm a
be?
weirdo, so I don't know if it would resonate with the judges. Some of my picks, Randy.
I think you live.
That's
your
fine.
Truth. I think you let your own truth guide you.
You're the one that's got to sit in the living room listening to those records.
And because I was wondering, like, if it was more like a fantasy football draft, is there going to be a run on kickers, a run on collapses? Oh, you got the oh my God, he got 96. I got to get speed.
The best part is we don't know how the judges will. It could be best champions. It could be best drama. It could be best collapses. Might play really well with someone.
All right. So how are we doing the draft order?
We are going to be doing a duck race. I have enteed. If you're watching this on
This is
YouTube,
how they make the tee times at Augusta as well. Same thing.
They race ducks in the club.
Before
but real ducks, Deej and
before I run this. Does anybody want to accuse me of stacking the deck on the duck race? Are you guys feel comfortable?
No, I know
with
you've
this?
been backchanneling with the duck race developers. I know it. I knew it.
No, this is one I truly want to lose this.
Yeah.
I would love to have the 5th and
that's why you're going to get first. That's why you're
We're
going to
gonna
get
snake it.
That's what I'm worried about.
Are we
snake?
Are we snaking?
Of course, we're snaking.
Okay.
And Neil, you need to get help, man. I'm worried about you, man. You're off the deep end.
I'm
You're
just
paranoid,
stressed out, man.
You
Neil,
think
I'll
I've
tell you
tapped
about
your
my
phone?
guy. I'll link you up with my guy.
Are you guys ready to run it? It's gonna be a 30-second duck race.
All right. Perfect. For those that are listening on the podcast,
What's
duck race
TC's
is
duck dressed up as?
It's running right now. We got Neil coming up the middle on the outside. TC's coming on in second place now. Solly dropped all the way back into fifth. Randy running in fourth, and we got change of momentum. Neil's tiring out a little bit. We have 16 seconds to go down the final furlong. Solly is getting on Neil. DJ falling back to the pack.
Fall back.
My goodness! Now Randy wants it.
Here he goes.
Here he goes. Catapulting past the field. DJ Pie running in second. Then here comes Neil charging up the middle. Who's it going to be? It's Randy. With the number 1 overall pick. Big Randy, number 1. Neil 2. Solly 3. DJ 4. TC 5.
Randy's a purple duck.
Wow.
Randy, nice duck, man.
Oh man,
God, I didn't want to win that.
I love where I'm at.
That was,
All right,
that was low key.
Deej,
That got my heart rate up a little bit.
Deej, I think we're gonna bully these guys.
I think
from
so
the back of
too.
the pack.
I think that's right, TC.
All right, so that's the order: Randy, Neil, Solly, DJ, TC, and then TC will snake back around. He will get 5.
I also got to
5,
think
and
about
6.
how you guys think. I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. What are your flavors? What are they cooking?
All right, Randy, you're on the clock, man.
No. Oh God.
How much
Now look
time
who's
are we getting
stressed out.
between?
Yeah. What's the clock? I could take about 2 hours.
Be a
here.
gentleman. Be a gentleman here. Respect
Why?
the list. Respect the list.
You want me to set a timer? Is there?
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to
TC,
need it
as
when,
you know.
when TC goes. We're definitely going to need it.
So many different directions we could go.
What
here.
time do you? What do you think? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Do you want to trade, Randy? Like, do you want to potentially talk trade?
Oh, let's not
Where
get
are you?
ridiculous
Third?
here.
I feel like I know where Randy's going.
Yeah, just do it, Randy. Follow your gut. What do you got?
I'll trade. I'll
No,
take number
okay,
1.
No.
Okay.
No, we'll keep it. We'll keep
Yeah,
it.
pick
All right.
Phil, Randy.
And the pick is in. The pick is in.
Okay.
Guys, with the first overall Masters, I'm going to take 1997.
Wow.
The
The
cat.
Tiger Woods, Hello World, just a lot of historic things going on here. Okay, you have the course record. This is kind of the inflection point, isn't it, for Augusta National? They're forever will be known as pre-Tiger, and then everything post-Tiger. You know, they literally have to Tiger-proof the course after he gets done demolishing it. He sets a course record.
How does that go?
18 under, 270, wins by 12 strokes. He's 21 years old. We think, he's primed to be one of the greatest players of all time. So much hype, and he delivers on it. Of course, he goes out Thursday. What does he go out in 40 on the front 9?
Randy, I
then-
remember getting home from school, and
Yeah.
our mom, Peggy Schuster, I was like, how's Tiger playing?
It's over.
Not
TC.
good. He shot 40, and then he goes on to shoot 30 on the back, and it was game over.
Ended
So,
Faldo's career. Truly.
Yeah. So he wins by 12 strokes. That's a tournament record. I mean, we should mention he's the first African-American player to ever win the Masters. That's historic.
Polynesian.
I just think 1997. I'm trying to, Deej, you could help me here. Like, this is an
I'll help him.
iconic concert. This is an iconic album to pull off the shelf. This is a true master of his craft at the height of his power. So yeah, I'm going 97.
It is interesting though, because it wasn't. I guess it was interesting because of the history, but it wasn't competitive.
Sure.
You know?
Well, it
No,
was
it
him
wasn't.
competing against the
100%.
records.
Yes.
Like I remember
Yes.
watching on 18, and he blew it like miles left, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, is he gonna make double? And yeah, it was competitive. It just wasn't
That's
competitive
always the
against the field.
That's the play there. From that tee, that's always the play. To that pin, that's the play.
Randy, I think it's 100% the pick. I think it's a no question. It's what I was going to do with number 1 as well. We're from that generation, man. I don't know if you're
in my top 5,
Oh,
guys.
stop it. That's
Wow.
ridiculous. Not only that, Randy, you get the I think along with this in the liner notes of this one, you get the Isleworth 59 as well. The week before. I think that kind of comes with this one as well. I found a Golf Digest, I think it was Michael E. Johnson, wrote a piece a couple years ago that had they spelled out the 27 Masters records that Tiger broke or tied at 97, just a smattering of them. Low 72 hole score, of course. Most threes by a champion. He made 26 threes in 72 holes. Previous record was 1936. So that one was up there for a while. Youngest winner, as we know, youngest 54 hole leader, youngest 36 hole leader, youngest player to ever shoot below 67. Was kind of sick. Youngest player to ever shoot 30 on the back nine, the second nine, I'm sorry. Only person to ever win the Masters in their first professional major start. That was, of course, his first pro major, wins the Masters. Only person to ever do that. And then, I mean, there was a bunch. Lowest final 63 holes. Obviously, that's cherry picking after the opening 40 that TC mentioned, but he was 22 under after that opening 40. Most strokes under par on the back nine was great. Broke the Arnold Palmer record. It's just,
I feel like Phil a little bit here. All right.
For sure. Just Randy, I support you. I think it's the pick.
Randy, he won Sportsman of the Year because of this in Sports Illustrated. I remember there was that blue tiled cover there. Gary Smith wrote the article.
Didn't he win it in 96 too?
Oh, maybe that was 96.
I think he won it in 96.
You're right. He did.
I'm sure you guys are looking, but had no idea who the runner-up was.
Tom
this
Kite.
Year. Yeah, right. And until refreshing the memory. Yeah.
I have watched that highlight film so many times. I've recorded it every time it comes on television. I've gone to ESPN Plus, and you can go back and watch the 1 hour highlight videos from every Masters ever. I know the lines in that one. Chris Schinkel is the narrator, and he hooks it left on 8, and he's kind of struggling a little bit. Ben Crenshaw said he would need a bucket of balls to hit another ball this close again, and the way he announces the clubs he's hitting into the par 5s, going into the 15th green with a sand wedge. It just keeps progressing. At day 1's 8 irons, and then he gets to, this is a pitching wedge, just completely eviscerating the field. I'm coming around a little bit, Randy. It did
I'm coming around a little bit.
It wasn't on your list
with us? Yeah.
No, but it wasn't the greatest there's just more iconic Masters, but this was a symbol of what's to come. Oh yeah.
Solly's like Bill Belichick. He's got his own draft.
Well, I get what Solly's saying. He's probably thinking about more of a competitive shootout playoff.
Yeah, Spieth for sure was number 1.
Yeah, just that
Which one?
I'm gonna push back on that word iconic. Solly, I literally don't think there is a more iconic Masters ever.
I mean, everything flows from this.
Yeah.
The whole Tiger era, the repercussions are felt.
Okay. Listen,
I want to add our guy Jim Nance. There it is, a win for the ages,
all-timer
with the final putt. Yeah, it's all of that, man. Neil, you're welcome to come over and listen to this album whenever you want.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Randy very well may have won the podcast with that one.
It was on my list, Randy. I don't know if I would have gone there, but it was on my list for sure. It was in my my top 5.
I lied. It was 5 on my draft board, but that's you could have traded back and got that one, Randy. I think. Neil, you're the second pick.
I know. I'm in Michael Turner territory. There's a couple I want to reach for here.
Pick a kicker. You won't.
I want them, but I know if I'm combining an iconic moment and a competitive moment, a competitive Masters, historical context, you hear about it all the time. We're going 1986, the year that TC was born. Plaid pants, yellow shirt.
That TC was born.
Yes, sir. That's right. The Golden Bear birdieing Stinky Nandina. Gentlemen, I'm going with the 1986 Masters for the second pick here. 46-year-old Jack Nicklaus stuns the world. Sunday charge, back 930. He was 4 back from the great man, TC, the great man, Sevi. Starting the back 9. He hadn't won a major since 1980. He birdied 9, 10, 11, 13, eagled 15, birdied 16, and birdied 17 to win the Masters. I mean, it feels like a stock pick, right? It's not, I wasn't there. I wasn't born yet. Obviously, I've seen the highlights, but I feel like I would be crucified if I left this.
Yeah, I just don't think you're making it to round 2. Your shareholders are going to kick you out of the seat if you're not taking that one.
But I would argue, just historical context, Jack wins his 6th. That's obviously a big deal. It's very competitive. The drama, just to think about. I mean, then I was thinking about it today. Put yourself in that position. you're hearing all these just roar after roar after roar. I mean, there's probably no Masters ever that had that many roars for, the Golden Bear himself. Like the stars aligned in 1986. So I got to take it.
Yeah. I mean, just layers and layers, right? Sevy, you mentioned.
Good call
Norman.
from Vern. So we got that on the list.
Nick Price didn't shoot like 63 or something on the weekend.
Nick Price tied the tournament scoring record on Saturday. I think he shot 63.
We've got the be right. It is call on 16.
Weiskopf. Oh
yeah.
If you ever, like, I've shouted this out so many times, but go back and watch like Tom Weiskopf, who just like a decade earlier, like lost to Jack Nicklaus in this stretch of Augusta. For somebody that was just a player, somewhat broadcaster, I think at the time, I don't know how much broadcasting he was doing. He delivers truly one of the most iconic like lead-ins to a shot ever. I don't know the exact wording, but like as Nicklaus is waggling, this is it. This is your destiny right here. And he hits the shot. Be right. It is like, oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing suspense building. I thought this was a slam dunk #1 overall pick. Like oh my gosh, this is
also, I mean, just thinking about Weiskopf getting bodied by Nicklaus in the Masters in the 70s, I think 72 and 75, and then at Ohio State as well, probably getting bodied on his college team. I mean, Weiskopf just got hunted by the bear, like the Revenant shit throughout his career. It's tough.
Got him his Best Actor award, the Revenant. Oh man, good stuff, Neil. What do you say? Can't go.
We went chalk. We went chalk. I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I think hell of a leaderboard. You mentioned Sevy.
The great man.
Greg Norman, I think bogeyed the last hole. That's a fun little wrinkle that's going to keep
after birding the previous
four. He birdied 14 to 17 and he pushed his approach into the gallery.
I'm sure he'll get one eventually.
Tom Kite gets another runner up here. That's great. Nick Price, Tom Watson's in the top 10. Yeah, it's a great leaderboard.
It's a good board.
It's a good one. Yeah, totally good one. I do feel like the world was deprived a little bit. TC, I'm not going to ask you for any strategy because we'll find out, but I'm fascinated to see what TC would have done with one of the first two picks if it would have been 97 or 86.
First off, P. I mean, you got to take P.
Exactly.
Also, TC, you wearing a Venezuela hat?
I am.
Where'd you get that?
Dag sent it to me.
That's sick.
Along with a Japan hat.
The Japan hat's great.
Did you get a Capital One hat for Team USA
Great
as well?
Britain hat and an Australia hat.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, Randy, just so you know, if you want to, trade, or maybe we can loan these to each other to do a little gallery exhibition or something. I'm down with that. So judges can know they could combine our collectibles. We'll pool ours, and maybe that'll help our.
What is this? Like
I like the symmetry, Neil, between yours is kind of the culmination of an era of a career, and mine is the beginning of one. I think those are very simpatico.
Oh, museums always
let's
loan out.
Keep going. These two are fluffing each other. Let's keep going.
Who's it? Solly's pick?
It is my pick. I think I'm definitely thinking more along the lines of what Neil was thinking there, because there's something Masters celebrates its champions and its history better than any event ever, right? There's an affection the patrons have for past champions other than P and Bubba and CJ. When you're on the grounds, other than ZJ's yelling "fuck you" from 12 green, that there's just so many memories you have, and when they give you don't know when it's going to end. Like when we may have thought it was over with Jack Nicklaus. Were we ever going to get one final charge? And it was like one of the most exciting Sundays of just like, oh my God, it's actually happening again. All these memories come flooding back for an entire generation of people that watched that person in this championship for so long and went 11 years between wins. My guy went 14 years between winning Masters, and I've of course taken the 2019 Masters. Tiger Woods at the peak of his powers obviously has the massive scandal erupt in 2009, goes injury, the back surgery, gets his back fused. It was the front of like First Take for like annually for like a decade. Will Tiger ever win another major? Will he win another? Is he done? He's done. Colin Coward said he was done. He said he's a former golfer, like Jason Whitlock, the chronicler of golf for our time, said that he was washed. It was cooked. It wasn't out of nowhere, but it was true question of whether this would ever happen again. And it didn't feel like it actually would until it did. It was an iconic Sunday. He was right there with Big Tone, which I think elevated the moment as well.
Molinari sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah, Brooks punting it away on purpose.
God, whiffs of just a crowning. Solly went with
it
the
was a bit of a
crowning
crowning.
album.
Oh, but you went 97. What happens when he wins in 97, Randy? He walks off the green and hugs his dad right behind 18 green. What does he do when he wins in 2019? His son, dressed in the red and black, comes running under, comes and gives him a big bear hug. He's screaming at the top of his lungs, yeah, yeah. The announcers aren't saying anything. They lay out the entire time. He walks down the walkway. Whoa! Whoa! It's the greatest moment in Masters history. I can't believe I got it at number 3. I'm so thrilled. I could.
You hadn't gotten this far in your dreams, Sally.
I could take some risks here coming down the board because my draft is so set. It is. It helps that it's a part of this generation. In terms of with the voters, I think it may potentially help me. So thank you guys.
Gonna help you.
No,
thank you.
I mean, nobody's going to beat you up for that one. So I think you may have completely wrecked my board. I don't think I can be a serious competitor without one of those 3.
I feel like I remember it being a big thing, like his Tiger chewing CBD gum.
Yeah,
during that round,
just wailing away on it.
Like some other stuff that was just kind of funny in 2019. It's like, is that a performance enhancer, CBD gum? What happened to CBD?
I mean, I would just shout out the Monster Energy golf bag. In the post Muscle Farm days. Just like I was thinking about it today. I had a long drive and I was kind of going through my strategy, and so I think the reason I put 97 ahead of 2019 is I still truly 7 years later, I don't think I can like process 2019 properly. Right. Like I hear you spell all of that stuff out and my brain like almost can't get to, I don't know. I felt that way in the moment and I still feel that way. I was like, it's almost like it truly is like too big to comprehend compared to some of these other ones where it's like, Ben Crenshaw, his coach died and then he won. It's like, okay, I can wrap my head around that. What a moment. That's beautiful. 2019, I'm just like, oh, holy shit. I kind of need the Journey of the Cat trap draw before anybody ever tells me like, this is how big 2019 was, it's like, you need to see and hear all of that stuff spelled out. And like you said, it's the first real big arc that we got to live through while we were very, very conscious golf fans. And it's
we released the Journey of the Cat.
We should. That was
with an updated forward.
You're gonna draft that. You're gonna draft that as one of your.
Hey, doesn't one of you owe somebody else $1,000 for that 2019?
No, thanks Neil for bringing that up. Yeah, maybe I do, but also I have no recollection of this. So
I think we were blacked out.
So that just doesn't count.
I very much never thought it was going to happen for Tiger, though. You can absolutely list me among the doubters.
Me as well. And I think worth pointing out too is if it like he breaks his leg, he gets in the horrible car accident less than a year later and breaks his leg, and like it ends. Like it's done. Like we're not getting another Tiger run. You're insane if you think we're getting one. I'd clip this if you want. If he somehow does it again, I don't care.
Listen up, haters.
I will never.
Yeah. Randy, why don't you tag on Double or Nothing?
Yeah. Like it's over, and we got one last one, man, and we needed it as a golf world. So thank you.
Freaking driver, man. That's
unbelievable.
That sucks.
Who knows what else he could have accomplished still? Yeah. Truly over the next half of a. I mean, he probably would have heard something
straight
else.
Up, it is really disappointing. Whenever you stop and think about that, almost like what you're saying, Deej, about like I actually don't think about the 2019 Masters that often.
Right.
And it was like my first full-time year with NLU, and I don't think about the car accident, but then when I do think about it, I'm like, fuck that, man. God, why do we
stupid?
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened, guys.
That's right. Okay? That's right.
All right, Deej, you're up.
I hate where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't like where you're at either.
I know. I mean, there's 5.
You kind of go negative, Deej. You might have to go like...
I know, but the problem is I know who's hitting behind me here. Do I take the all-time collapse in the history of sports that TC's just licking his chops on right now? Or do I try to let recency bias and good vibes win the day?
I feel like which is what I'm trying to put together, like a modern art, like a weird collection.
For sure.
Like, what do you want to go back and listen to? You want to go back and get in a good mood. Listen to Beach Boys, like your favorite album from Beach Boys.
100% TC. And so I'm going to take Pet Sounds instead of the Smiths. And I'm going to take 2025. Rory McIlroy completes the career Grand Slam in a playoff over the great man Justin Rose. It's safe, guys, but it is going to be when it's all said and done for your boy, and I'm thinking about which Masters meant the most to me. That's going to be at the top of the list. It's going to be right up there with all the others. It's a no-brainer first rounder. We don't have to spend too much time breaking it down. We were all there, a year ago to talk about it. Neil, you're standing right there. We got a great piece of everlasting content out of it, of you watching the shot on 15.
I still haven't watched the tournament, and I don't know if I ever will. I'm so torn on that. Like I haven't seen a single shot on TV from the final round, other than like a highlight of Rory folding on the last putt when I was crying in the club behind the green. Me and the old lady. He did it.
That was in a career full of great insights and great quotes. That's one of my favorites from Rory. Is he was talking about how he hasn't watched it because he's like, as soon as I do that, what's going to replace the memory in my head is what it looks like on TV.
I kind of feel that way.
He's
too.
like, I don't want that to happen. It's like Keegan with the suitcase, exactly. DC in a way.
But I am curious. Part of me is like, man, I should fire that shit up.
I know.
Don't be so precious about it.
So, like I said, we don't have to linger on it too long. But that's gonna be my pick.
It's a risky pick with how much, we all know that that 3 week period where he didn't talk to media shortly after pretty much ruined the entire Masters anyway.
3 month period, Solly.
It pretty much ruined the value of that record, but there's some value left.
I for one still thought it was cool.
Don't get mad, people. I'm joking.
I'm not. Okay.
I know. All right, DC.
God, you got a interesting spot. I mean, back-to-back picks, right? On the snake, I know at least one you're taking, but I'm just curious where you're going.
One of these two picks, I'm guessing, is not in my top 25. I mean that in the nicest possible way. Travel makes it really easy to fall off your wellness routine. Airports, hotel rooms, long days on the golf course. It's not exactly ideal for powders or complicated supplement stacks. I need something that fits into my golf bag without slowing me down. This is where Gruns comes in. Gruns are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack of gummies a day. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And it's a bonus. It tastes great. It's a wonderful snack to have at your desk or just have nearby. Generic multivitamins only contain 7 to 9 vitamins. Gruns have 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 ingredients, which include nutrient dense and whole foods. They have low sugar or sugar-free options as well. Who doesn't need some help staying regular? Gruns includes 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is 3 times the amount of dietary fiber compared to leafy greens powders, and more than 2 cups of broccoli as well. So save up to 52% with code NLU at gruns.co. That's NLU code at gruns, GRUNS.co. Again, one last time, code NLU at gruns.co. Save up to 52% off. Back to the pot.
Well, I mean, we got to go with 96.
Of course.
Faldo. Greg Norman's got a 6-shot lead going to the final round over Faldo. Mickelson, I always forget Mickelson was in third headed into the Sunday. Norman shoots 63 in the first round. He looks like he's going to waltz to this thing. And then, I think for me, this is probably Tiger is a really indelible one. I remember, Neil, we were building the tree house in the backyard with Dad that week. But I think 96 was the first time that I remember a little bit of Crenshaw winning and crying and all that. But 96 was the first time that I was ever locked in for the whole weekend watching it. And yeah, it's truly one of my first really, really deep seated sporting memories where I just remember everything about that final round. And I remember the bridge on number 15. I'm just what a weird bridge. I just remember thinking, and I don't know, I just remember thinking, man, Augusta's different. That course is different from the other stuff.
Different.
Watch, week after week after week. And then I think everything that's happened since, a little bit similar to Tiger, everything that's happened since just makes seeing Norman collapse and defeat that much sweeter.
It's a little funnier.
Yeah, he's just such a charlatan and a narcissist,
rolling around on the ground on 15.
A bad guy. Man. So it's kind of all right, that's aged really, really well. So I'm going that.
No brainer. I think it's a great pick. Neil,
the treehouse was 97, right?
Treehouse was 97.
Because I remember we like left our dad in the backyard building the treehouse alone. He's like, "What the hell, guys?" We're like, "Nah, sorry,
We're like,
man."
Tigers winning, Dad.
Neil, I need you to embrace that Norman rolling around on the green after missing putts. I need you to start putting stuff like that into play. Just roll it around
in the straw hat.
TC, don't let the bastards get you down, too. We got to give a shout out to the famous Faldo quote.
Yeah.
It's tough though that you got to, I don't know. Faldo's not the most exciting winner. It's like that's a, TC's gonna put together a dark collection here.
I like it.
It's funny that like that I don't know. Faldo wins and he's just not like, he's kind of the villain, but the villain wins. But actually, the villain in the long run wasn't really the villain.
TC, I don't know.
Playing the long game.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a better album on this list about the human condition here. This is it. No
and then
sunshine.
Going forward, I think the next one, I know I'm gonna make Randy mad. Me picking this one.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna go
worthy.
I'm gonna go 04. Mickelson,
such a good master.
31 on the back nine on the the final nine to clinch it, and just so much scar tissue there. I remember watching this I was in New Smyrna Beach with John Marshall, and I remember watching that with the Marshall clan, and just very that one's seared in my memory too, of like, I don't think anybody's ever been so universally brought over the line like they were with Mickelson. And I don't know,
the iconic airtime.
Yeah. And Randy, you jumped in a lake, or I think you were at Hilton Head.
Yeah, pond, I would say, but yeah, one of those retention ponds down there. I've spoken about my experience with this Masters on a few different pods. It just probably my first like favorite sports memory. My guy got the monkey off his back. He did it in about the most dramatic way possible. It just was so satisfying for me. I love this Masters,
and he's gotten more and more likable in the couple of decades 100%. Since then. Yeah. No, but he birdied, I don't know, like he birdied 18 to get it done. He was tied going into 18 with L's. Longer was kind of playing well out of nowhere. Like Longer was having kind of that resurgence there. Neil's guy Paul Casey on the board
for sure.
KJ Choi doing the hammer drill. Just I don't know. It was awesome. Because I think too, like those doubts crept in on the front nine as well. Like he had bogeyed 3, 5, and 6. You're like, all right, here we go again. He's one back after 8 of L's, and then just locks in on the back nine. So
if anybody goes and watches this, sorry, just a couple things to add. If anybody goes and watches the replay of this year, the commentary down the stretch, Solly, to your point, Weiskopf, his insight when Nicholas was about to do it, the way that the broadcast team was just on it with Mickelson, really starting at like 15 and then 16 tee, and then all the way in, including like him walking up the fairway on 18. It is a masterclass in broadcasting by that CBS team. So I wanted to give them a shout out. And then TC, I'm just really tickled at the idea of you building a collection where we have to separate the art from the artist. I think that I love where you're going with your picks.
And like the leap too, like where he just jumps up in the air. It was sick.
Yeah, we got another daughter up situation. I just said that.
God, that's great. It's great. TC getting a Phil Spector and R. Kelly collection going. I mean, just great musicians. You can't argue it.
The only thing working against you is DeMarco not playing the game the right way and just kind of mailing in his bunker shot and hitting it 6 inches past Mickelson's ball and giving him the perfect read, or he would have underread it. That's going to hurt you in value. We all know that, though.
Of course.
Nance's call is still one of my favorites of all time. Just, is it his time? Yes, at long last. Oh, and he just the Mickelson. Oh my gosh,
the pants, bones, just the whole I know.
Visor. He was wearing the visor then. It was like the iconic Mickelson look.
It was.
I know I've told this story a million times of Bones telling the story on 16 that year, though. Bones had studied so much old footage from old master stuff. And he says, guys, get to 16 when they're in contention and they gas it over that green for whatever reason. Duval staring it down in 2001 and it airmails the green. Like there's just something about Sundays, and it should have been a dead red 7-iron for them. And he talked him into hitting 8-iron. He hit it right underneath the hole. And he made the putt, and like they're just crowds went absolute ape shit, and Phil like hits Bones with the putter after he makes it and tells him like, let's go get one more. And Bones like, I couldn't even hear him in my ear. Like that's how loud it was. It's just an all-time great moment.
TC, that's you're hoovering up value there. That's just really good.
That's how you work the snake, TC.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
good
controlling the draft, guys.
I'm in another.
I feel like we're really heavy on the last
totally
2 or 3 decades here.
Well, TC, I think that trend's
going to be a run on history here, just like kickers.
Exactly. I think that trend is going to continue, TC, because I think recency is about, like, the market on recency is frothy right now, and I know that in comparison to other historical moments, other moments that mean things to the Masters, this is going to be a bit of a reach, but there's just no way it's coming back to me, and I simply need to have it in my collection, and that's going to be, of course, 2015 Jordan Spieth.
Wow.
Wire to wire, he wins at age 21, guys, youngest since Tiger Woods, 5 months older than Tiger Woods. Historic victory. 64 on
First
Thursday.
5 victories.
He would go on to win 5 more times at the Masters.
I don't know if there's a market for Spieth memorabilia anymore.
Maybe that's defense. Maybe I'm playing too much defense. I just don't see how Sully doesn't pick that one if he's looking himself in the eye and thinking about what he wants on his shelf.
You're misreading your competition. Sully doesn't value runaway winners. He values competition.
Again, I think
are you building your collection?
Yes, I'm building my collection.
To build someone else's collection.
No, I'm building my collection at this point, and that's where I'm like, I couldn't get through this draft, and not. I mean, it's probably among my favorite records of all time, TC. And if I got to reach for it here in round 2, then so be it. I think candidly, if my quants are turning in some numbers here, and I think without 97, 86, or 19, I don't really have a chance here. So I'm gonna cook my flavors. I'm gonna pick my records, and I have Rory fucking McIlroy winning the Grand Slam, and I've got Jordan Spieth winning at age 21. I can sleep just fine at night with those two guys. That's fine.
I didn't dream of a world where 2 and 3 on my draft board would still be sitting here. That I would get 2 and 3 on my draft board. But I shout this one out constantly of the most underrated Masters of all time. I don't know why it doesn't just roll off the tongue.
I think you could have waited on this one. That's interesting.
I don't want to release this one back. I can look in my collection and have this guy twice. It was a monumental moment in golf history. We just watched him win the United States Open, the Open Championship, the PGA Championship. We got to wait 8 months.
It wouldn't have been on the board.
It would not have been on the board. Got to wait 8 months to come back around to April. All we're talking about is he going to do this? Is he going to win the Slam? Is he going to win the Slam? Is he going to win the Slam? Wins the Players as well in between this, and goes out and has to go head-to-head with David Duval or head-to-head, I guess, with David Duval and Phil Mickelson on the back 9 on Sunday to complete the Tiger Slam. This is the 2001 Masters. It's not like chock full of amazing shots and amazing memories and hole outs and crazy dramatic moments, but we don't get any really Phil Tiger duels on the back 9 on Sunday in Masters history. We get it on this one. And it's to complete the Tiger Slam, 4 majors in a row. Like that's not going to happen again until this year when Scotty wins all 4. And we're Speed. Yeah, Speed is, as we're recording this, he's 5 under through 9 at the Valspar. Now, it's a monumental Masters. It's a great rewatch. It is drama personified. Like again, it doesn't have like the hole out putt on the 18th green to really make it super memorable finish, but it's one of the best Masters of all time. And I have 2019 Masters and the Tiger Slam. Man, am I feeling good about my collection. The resale value of it. Is it like, is it my own
involved, the menace?
Oh, it was incredible.
So you got Duval, you got Mickelson, Kalk, Toshimitsu, Izawa.
Sure.
Shoots the final round 67. Els, Urich.
It's
hitters only.
Yeah, listen, I probably should have picked that one. That's a good pick. It's a good pick.
So TC, we had a house when we grew up. There was one room upstairs. TC, that was his room until he went to college, and I moved in like 15 minutes after they left the driveway. But there was the Sports Illustrated cover masterpiece with Tiger on 18, just like the most. That was above the toilet in the bathroom upstairs, and I left it there all throughout my high school careers. It was just like looking at that. Well, just excellence every morning while I'm peeing. It was like, so that's a good pick, Solly. Would love to have that record in my collection.
And then
we were huge Tiger guys.
We're trying to piss excellence every morning. Staring at that picture.
And then the Kill House, we put the 2006 U.S. Ryder Cup team right above the bathroom.
That's right.
In a similar vein.
That's where that team belonged.
It's a different kind of masterpiece, but. Phil and Tiger in the final group for the Tiger Slam. Please, I'll take it. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
I'm still pissed Phil bogeyed 16 that day. Talking about 2004 and the great shot he hit on 16 that day. Just bad bogey on 16.
Did he go long? Like, is that where where we end up with the moment in 2004? I can check that if you want.
Yeah, I think he left it high, and then
you're gonna use Watson.
3-putted.
I'm just gonna go fun. I'm not well versed enough in that.
But you're right. My lasting memory is both the excitement of them being in a final group at the Masters, especially under those circumstances, but then like some disappointment that it wasn't as they just didn't trade as many punches as I was hoping that day.
He left it like pin high right, but up on the upper tier.
Up on the shelf.
It just barely didn't come down, and then he was 3-putted it. Yeah. And
Right.
that's right, because then Tiger hits the shot and it lands like almost on Phil's ball, but it has the right shot shape. I mean, it lands less than a foot away from it, but it has enough curve into it that it slowly takes the slope and comes right down underneath the hole.
God, I feel like I'm gonna spot a bother here, guys.
I feel like you can maybe get a little historic here.
I know, but I don't think you guys are getting historic. So it's
well,
like,
someone's gonna have to get historic eventually.
All right, well then,
do we have to?
I don't know.
I would hope the judges are knowers, and they would appreciate that the collection is well rounded, and that there is.
You gonna take like an old Robert Johnson record here?
Yeah, no. You know what I'm gonna pick is
deal at the crossroads.
All right, fine. I'll pick Sarah's.
Fine, cool.
No, I don't want Sarah's.
You guys fucking want me to pick Sarah's, and I'll fucking do it.
I'm gonna go 1958. The knowers know.
Wow.
Arnold Palmer's first win.
Mr. Palmer
starting to put together his army. TC. It's not at full strength.
It's amassing his army.
He's riding around like George Washington,
troops at the border.
Telling him
and Venturi acting like a bitch.
That you have.
I don't know if that's necessary.
Is coined. Is it Herbert Wind?
Warren Wind.
Warren Wind. I knew I was going to mix that up. Warren Wind coins aim in corner. Ken Venturi. Obviously, there's the rules scandal we discussed on our podcast earlier this year, Solly. But I think just Arnie.
You want to rehash what he should have done? What are the rules for the drop? If you remember.
Well, yeah, he played 2 balls, and he should have declared that he was playing 2 balls before going back and playing the second ball, which I think Venturi had a leg to stand on there. But Arnie's just core to Augusta. I think the Masters tournament kind of takes off when Arnie comes around. He kind of puts it on the map a little bit post-war. Maybe not puts on the map because Snead and Hogan were going at it right before he showed up on the scene. But wins 4 Masters.
TV starts like 2 years before this. Is the big, the big thing. Yeah, right
Arnie's
man in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with 1958, and it also kind of kicks off. Venturi's a very interesting Masters character, both as a player with the heartbreaks that he went through in future years, and then as an announcer. So he's core to this is kind of the introduction of both. He, was that the year? No, 1956 would have been the year he would have won it as an amateur. So that was a couple years later. So it adds to the heartbreak of Venturi. But I like 1958, and I like Arnie. He's the king. I'll ride with the king. Let's go.
I love it.
Interesting. That brings us back to Big Randy with the snake.
On the snake. Neil, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I was fishing in some of these waters myself.
Are they yellow or red?
It'll be a run on history here, Deej. Hopefully they're red. More options, TC.
You know what, guys? Okay, I'm gonna build a collection here, and I hope the judges go with me. I hope they do.
All right, I'll start the timer.
Yeah. I have my second pick, I think, locked in.
You got to think about order that the judges are going to read these in too.
I know. I just don't know if the judges are sophisticated enough to go where I want them to go with me.
They don't have what we call taste. And I hope the judges hear this and they hear you insulting them.
Judge wise, are we gonna? Is there like a feelings index and is it like figure skating where you've got the two different
technical score,
the technical score and the
good question
artistry or whatever?
I'm sure Sally's back channel with them to set that up.
It depends on how my rest of my draft works out.
Okay, let us know.
Yeah, hey guys, I got the V1 of your results. I just had a couple.
I just
changes.
heard back from them. Actually, they love my draft, guys.
All right. You know what? Screw it. You know, all of this that we're talking about, every single thing that we've mentioned is not possible if there's no tournament in the first place. So I'm going to go 1934, the very first time this event was played. Of course, Horton Smith takes the title.
First of two.
I think
I just learned that too.
Of course. I think notably Mr. Jones himself is out of retirement and playing in this event. I'll be truthful. I can't tell you a whole lot about this.
I missed this.
Everybody can't read on Wikipedia. But I think it's an iconic Masters because it's the first Masters. And that's where I need the judges to ride with me there. So I hope they listen to this audio and I hope they appreciate this is the birth of the Masters. And I think it's an important record to have in your collection. So I'm going to go 1934.
I mean, imagine if you could have the first record ever pressed, you know, it doesn't matter what it sounds like. Just like, yo, that's the first one ever right there.
Maybe just hunting Ty Cobb rookies, baby.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good on that.
Card. Yeah.
How do you feel about the name, Randy? The Augusta National Invitation Tournament.
Kind of argue this isn't even the Masters.
The Augusta NIT.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
I can see it. He's regretting it already. Dude.
He doesn't like his.
No, if I'm being honest, the Masters gives me a little. So I actually kind of dig it.
It could be a feature.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
But I'm doing this. All right, I'm going to quickly follow this up. I don't think I'm going to get this with the last pick, so I got to take it now. And it's a record I have to have. And this is an investment into the future. This is I have built 3 one-of-ones here.
Of course.
One-of-ones. I have to take 2020. It's the only time this tournament's going to be played in November.
Whoa.
Really?
And there are extenuating circumstances.
It's like the Bob Dylan Christmas album.
That Master stunk, Randy. There.
Right. It's weird, man. It's so weird.
This is why you didn't want the number 1 overall pick.
Album.
This is why.
Chris Gaines.
It's a true one-of-one.
Doesn't mean
Nobody
it was good.
can ever. You want to hear the Masters in November? You got to come to me. I'm the only guy in the world.
We don't want to. That's the point.
I don't think anybody wants that again.
Yeah.
And I think 200 years from now, it's just this is an appreciable asset. The judges need to understand this.
That's
I am building a historical collection here.
I can't believe
it is the scoring record, which is kind of scummy.
Also lame.
It was an awful tournament.
So it did ruin the scoring record too.
Yeah.
It's wild, Randy, that you have the 97 Masters and might not win. This that's
tell you what's crazy.
Looking at win.
Looking at the 36-hole leaders, there was 5 guys tied for the lead, 4 of whom went to live. Abe Answer, Dustin Johnson, John Rahm, Cam Smith, and Justin Thomas.
I respect this pick so much.
The poster, the album cover is the only one with the leaves changing color. The autumnal landscape of Augusta. This is truly. This is going to appreciate. This is
Randy. I haven't even thought of this tournament once since it happened.
Which it could be a grower in that regard. It might be critics completely missed it when it came out, but now it's got a resurgence on TikTok and it's just everywhere all of a sudden. Might be like when that Kate Bush song was in Stranger Things.
The tweens are going to make this popular like 80 years from now. And I'm going to be the guy sitting on it.
You're making me think about my own choices now, Big. That's good stuff.
Jesus. All right.
Okay, back to me. That's a tough one to follow.
Number 4 on my big board is still out there. Just to warn you guys.
Okay, God, we could go chalky here. I got to pick for that. Again, I think the collectible market's big in Japan, maybe Spain.
Sure.
We look down in Australia. I don't know, man. There's some good ones there. I like it when
the vote might be too
finish in a
split
playoff.
in Spain. I don't know if you can.
I do think, though, the judges will appreciate me rounding it out with another, just kind of like the third amigo of guys that own the Masters. I'm going 2005 Tiger
Finally.
Woods.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Iconic moment. I don't have anything modern right now, but the chip in on
That was
16
number 1 on my board.
Yeah.
Just with the basic Nike commercial there with a ball sitting on the edge. For me personally, I'm in 9th grade at the time. I mean, this was like, I'm fully sentient, able to process this one in a big way, playing golf competitively. DeMarco, I love Chris DeMarco, just a great golf history character for me, kind of a foil there. He finishes in a playoff, which I also love. Kind of showed Tiger he birdied 16 and then he kind of wrecks his rig a little bit coming in.
Bogeys last two.
Yeah.
Not kind of, definitely wrecks, almost gives it away, but then snatches it back in the playoff. Like, this was an awesome Masters. I just kind of like,
I hated this Masters.
Peak good. Just I mean, we didn't know we were in the good old days until we were gone, gentlemen. This was good stuff. 2005. I like this pick.
Great pick.
Yeah, I'm glad you took that. I thought I was going to have nothing but Tiger ones, and then I was going to just
that would have been
clearly
lame.
have the best
That
collectible.
would have been
But yeah,
so
it would have been.
lame.
Oh, he's just pandering.
Yeah.
That would have been tough.
Look at all my Eagles records. So sick, man.
Cool Stones. Oh yeah, cool, man.
Billy Joel over here.
Look at this guy, hot to trot.
Gosh, I'm between 2 here, and I don't.
So what do you?
I'm just gonna
sorry,
take
you
this
have
one.
01 and 19.
I have 2019 and 2001. I feel like I'm doing well.
What's your theme, though? This is an important
Exactly.
pick. What's
Well
the
said.
theme? What is your collection? What are you going
History.
for?
Historic moments, and
You got to come through me.
No, the data boy's trying to get like the trying to win the votes, Randy. There's no theme here.
I got an incredible collection here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go a little off the board here. 2011.
That's where I thought you were going last time. So underrated.
2011 Sunday Masters was one of the greatest Masters days ever. It ends with Charles Schwartzel birdieing the last 4, and not the name that like makes it synonymous with everything, but Tiger very much a question mark at that point. Shoots I think 31 on the front 9, Eagles 8, lets loose the fist bump, hits the shot into 15, twirls it, walks after it, misses the putt. Unfortunate. He was tied for lead on the back 9. Everybody getting involved there. Adam Scott getting involved. Jason Day getting involved. It was complete and total chaos. And one of the most exciting final rounds I can ever remember watching in the Masters. And
We think that's going to hold up historically, though. I think you're going to get dinged by the judges. I just don't know if Schwartzel's going to do it for you, man.
It's the 2011 Masters is my pick here. It's not Schwartzel. That's an important clarification.
Winner matters. I mean, that's one that's going to be.
That's the name of the winner. But the record. Yeah, you're naming the single. The record itself, the album itself, is a lot more memorable than just its top downloaded hit.
I just don't know if I want that
You
Rory.
get the Rory flame out.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that in my house.
That makes
man.
it great.
Yeah,
that's what makes yours matter in 2025, Deej.
that's true. That's true. It's a lot more fun to listen to
I think I went
2025
to
though.
6 days of the Masters that year. I think I went every day except Sunday. It was a great year.
I don't know. That album, it feels, Deej, a little bit like a Mars Volta album, where it's just like, yeah, it's really technically good, but I don't.
Tool record.
Yeah, it's just like really polyrhythmic shit that I'm not really interested in.
Time signatures you never even fucking heard of.
Yeah, just real syncopated stuff. That's great for you, man.
It is good. Critically acclaimed.
Oh, I mean,
Critically
unbelievable.
acclaimed.
They're playing odd time signatures. I've never heard anything like it, but I don't really want to throw it on in the car.
All right. Good. Sully, I respect it. Good pick. Good pick. All right, Randy, you got me thinking about themes. You've got me thinking about through lines. I have,
And I hope the judges are thinking
Yeah.
about these things too.
TC, you've got me thinking about the feelings index. I think there's a clear
and bad guys.
There's a clear just good vibes permeating through my collection right now. There's a theme of the fives. I've got 2025. I've got 2015. I of course missed out on 05, but I do have a good chance to pick 1995. Ben Crenshaw, after his mentor Harvey Penick passes away, he's at the funeral earlier in the week, comes back unlikely, wins sort of out of nowhere, holds it together, taps in, completely collapses in the arms of Carl Jackson. I mean, it's a great call. It's a great moment. It's a great man. I'm a Crenshaw guy. You know, everything that comes after that with golf course architecture, his place in the game. It's his second win. It's just a maybe I'm building a little bit of a simp, you know, kind of bubblegum pop collection here, but
yeah, your music's soft, DJ.
It is, which it's
easy listening.
It is totally, but I think Randy, I think you're right in that I don't know how much I want to, you know, stray from the core. Like I think I need to build a core around something, and I think 95, 15, and 25 is like, man, those are good records. Have people over, barbecue, you know. Again, Neil, like we're not really. I don't know how much we're pushing the art form forward with these.
It's also fives. You got a lot of fives going on.
Exactly. So it's I don't know. I like that. I feel really strong about that. 95. I think it leaves me a lot of options to go with my last pick. So there you have it.
Okay. TC on the snake. Wow.
Go. This a moment ago.
TC might take the 2026 Masters just ahead of.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
player to be named later.
Actually, I'll take 2030.
I mean, I could go Sevy. You know what? I'm gonna go a total curveball here, guys. 1979, Fuzzy Zeller.
Hell yeah!
This
is on my list.
Such a good Masters.
First time winner. First
Ed
appearance.
Snead just totally bottled it down the stretch. They had Solly's appalled.
Solly just walked away.
Get out of here.
TC, I think one of my favorite, truly like one of my favorite memories, being with everybody at Sweetens, watching old Masters on YouTube, and we fired this one up, and everybody in the room is just like, "What? Ed Snead's not a Masters champion, right? Like, but there's no way. How could he possibly?"
Deep into the back nine, I was convinced that Ed Snead actually did win this tournament.
Yeah, it's just an electric viewing experience.
On 15, up by 4 over Fuzzy, and then just completely leaks oil. 16, 17, 18, Fuzzy birdies 17, 3 birdies in his last 6 holes. And just kind of one of those, I don't know, just part of the furniture for the next 30, 40 years after that. Right. So he passed away here relatively recently. And I'll go Fuzzy 79. I feel like that gets me a little bit deeper into history there.
Completes your collection a little bit. Judges will like that.
Well, just
add
wait
some more. Yeah, it's more depth.
Yeah, and then
I will say, TC, kudos. Fuzzy was no stranger to a bit of controversy. Another, art from the artist pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I really enjoy what you're doing.
Thank you.
Do you want to apologize for Fuzzy's comments, or are you?
I think you should, TC. I think you should have to. Now that explain your collection.
Really, I have to apologize to Randy, because that kind of does that mar Randy's 97 Masters in his collection, right?
Yeah.
And then really,
footnote in the liner notes.
I think we're gonna go with. I was thinking about Adam Scott. That was a great Masters, but we're not gonna go there. We're gonna go with another art versus artist. We're gonna go 2009. Angel Cabrera.
Yeah,
that was an absolute.
DC, that was my favorite. The when we did the favorite Masters pod last year, just more so personally, just being homesick at college. Tiger and Phil playing together in the final round, not really in the hunt, but just like going at each other.
Weird playoff.
Kenny Perry,
Chad Campbell, like just ball strikers only. It was that was a really really electric Sunday. Just like
a lot of anticipation.
Like anything could happen. Yeah, you got Shingo Katayama in the mix. Steve Flesh, Northern Kentucky.
Jack and Way's son.
John Merrick, the Elephant Man.
I hope
Stricker.
I hope the judges do hear this audio. Just like you making the kid. Yeah, Steve Flesh was involved. John Merrick was there.
I have to tell you guys.
Great Masters.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny
That
Perry
was a great Masters.
He birdies 15 and 16, bogeys the last two. Chad Campbell's just kind of super solid coming down the stretch, and
great rewatch. That one's a fun one.
Yeah, that's just like I don't think that one's popping off the page at anyone. It's not a prestige one. That's one that I'm like, it's like Bob Seger.
Yeah.
You know, you're just gonna throw it on and be like, man, this is some great listening, man. We don't make them like this anymore.
What's it about? It's about a party in the Hollywood Hills,
man.
DJ.
That's right. It's about Hollywood nights, man. Yeah.
I would argue that Angel Cabrera has only gotten more interesting since then. Maybe not in a good way, but again, art from the artist.
I love that you're going to be able to.
Wait, TC's last three picks: Mickelson, maybe potentially allegedly involved in insider trading. Fuzzy Zeller, famous for his comments made at Augusta, and Angel Cabrera, famous for his post career, potentially as well. It's an interesting collection.
It's just if we extended this to 5 rounds, I think it's the most obvious. Like 2018, here we come, baby.
Or just first pick, TC.
Faldo.
Yeah,
Faldo.
96.
Yeah,
but you get Norman in there.
Norman.
All right,
and the crimes that Faldo committed against the golf watching public for years and years. Those don't go.
Is that my last pick?
It's your last pick. It's your last pick. All right, shit. I a lot of directions we could go here.
Gotta hang on those fives.
Well, I know, and if there's an obvious one that kind of is jumping out at me in that rig. There's 2 obvious ones that are kind of jumping out at me. There's another one that I am interested in, but I almost would rather see it go to Randy's collection because I think it would be more fitting with what he's doing. I don't know if the judges are going to care about this or if I feel like I'm pandering if I take this one. It's not like it's not like I was there.
35.
Yeah. I mean, very cool.
Was the shot heard around the world?
Here's where I'm going to go.
Around the world.
Here's where I'm going to go, and here's why I can talk myself into taking 1935. It is, Neil, it is the shot heard around the world. It's also the first person to complete the career Grand Slam. My first pick is Rory taking the career. Like, the judges got to see that through line. The first man to do it, the most recent man to do it.
If they don't see it, you're going to tell them.
Yeah, and if they don't see it, that's on them. And I think that's really good. There's only been like 4 or 5 albatrosses in the history of Augusta. One to erase a 3-shot deficit and then go win in a playoff. I feel really good about that.
I think we should ask the judges to revisit it as well. If in May Spieth completes a career Grand Slam, which we always forget that he can annually, that would be really, really interesting. And who knows, Crenshaw could.
And they played a playoff, and not just a sudden death playoff. It was a 36 playoff. Yeah,
real golf.
We used to be a real.
We're deciding a real champion. Yeah, I love it. I feel really good about that. Plus, I think it's striking to just see on that anonymous player list, 2025, 2015, 95, 1935. There's probably a little subliminal kind of organization going on there. So I feel really good about where I'm at. That's the best I could have done from the 4th spot. Remember the 5.
Remember the 5.
Craig James collection.
I can't believe you went 5s, Deej, and didn't take this one. Listen, we weren't here for this one either, but everyone says it's one of the greatest
75.
Masters ever. I went and rewatched some of it today. 1975. Yeah. Nicholas makes it from 40 feet on 16, jumps up in the air.
Bear coming after Weiskopf.
Just the Revenant shit. The peak, like caddy juice.
Yes, that's
just
true.
Being near the hole and just leaping up in the air, or like getting mad when putts barely missed, blocking the hole most of the time. And it
like you would have hated that. You would have said these guys
it's
are
a little look at
hot
me.
Dog, not playing the game the right way.
TC might have hated that.
Yeah.
No, I
it's
would have
Mr. Joe
that.
the show,
It's a great Masters, and just reliving, like, both Johnny Miller and Tom Weiskopf had putts on the 18th green to try to tie Jack Nicklaus. It was waiting and scoring. Like, he's waiting like behind 18 green. He's not off in the clubhouse, watching on TV. He's like sitting there in the tent watching the whole thing unfold. And dude, them trying to make those putts with those bullseye putters, they're like, dude, this isn't going in. This is not even going to be close to going in. It's a great Masters, and my goodness, am I absolutely thrilled with my collection. I rest my case.
I think you're, yeah. I mean, it's an unbelievably high floor, Solly. You know, it's just it all makes sense on paper. It's great. I don't know if there's enough heart in it. You know,
it's not for you to judge. That's the beauty of it.
You're right. Where are we at, Neil?
Neil. I'm stuck between cooking my flavors or completing my collection. I think there's a 1954 that I'm thinking about where Snead wins over Hogan in a close 18-hole playoff. I need giving him his third green jacket. Those guys traded blows, so we could go that direction.
I need you looking at Henry Picard.
I want a heartbreak in there, and I want it. I want 2016. I want Danny Willett. We're collapsing, bud. I need it. It's dark, and I think people appreciate that rounding out a lot of high level Masters with. The reason being, in our lifetime, I'm struggling to think of any other winner like. I mean, I guess Schwartzel maybe. Like Danny Willett, where you're just like, what happened, man? And it was still exciting down the stretch. It wasn't like that,
brother.
Everybody, the air got let out of the balloon on 12, obviously, but it wasn't. Willett finished like an hour and a half before everybody. There was still like a bunch of people pushing for, for that green jacket, even after Spieth collapsed. But I'm taking 16. I think it'll go down in history as similar to 96. I think, especially if Spieth does get another one. I think that sets up this Masters as a very historic one I'm going to be proud to have in my collection over the decades to come, and I hope the judges recognize that.
You got Smiley Kaufman playing in the final.
That's right.
Group.
You got
10 years ago.
I think it's insane. I think it takes a little bit of the teeth out of your criticism of Solly for taking 11. Yeah. And you were just saying the winner matters.
Sure.
I
did not think that through.
No, I didn't think that through. I was already on to the next.
Interesting.
I had 54, and I'm going with the heart pick here because I didn't. I'm 54. I don't know shit about.
I'm shocked you didn't take 87 with this line of thinking.
Interesting.
I feel like that's
Georgia boy chipping in.
No, that's the Larry Mize.
Yeah,
Larry Mize. I know. I was on my list, Randy, but I don't. Yeah,
you got to have something to listen to after a hard day.
Yeah, I just need something when I'm a moody guy. I need something dark in there. Just when I go down in the basement, smoke a stogie.
Shit album.
Yeah. Neil, you can come over to my place if you want some dark.
Yeah. TC, we could also swap some vinyls if you'd like.
I was thinking about 75, but I don't think I can convince people that Jack's a bad guy.
Sure.
Like
you want bad boys.
Not bad enough. Yeah.
Bad boy flight. P. Diddy style.
Come to death row, Solid.
All right, Randy, let's hear it.
Bring us home.
Biggest no-brainer. So glad it's there. We're going 1961. Gary Player, the first non-U.S. American to win this tournament.
Great one.
You have on the final leaderboard in the top 10, he beats out Charles Coe, who's an amateur, by a stroke. He beats out Arnold Palmer by a stroke. Arnold, I believe, doubled the last or bogeyed the last. He just needed a par to force a playoff with Gary Player. Another amateur in the top 10 there, Jack Nicklaus. So you can see the ingredients of golf's big three here coming together in 1961. But I would just urge the judges to take a look at the totality of this collection. The very first tournament, the first non-U.S. American to win this tournament. The really inflection point between the old Masters and the new Masters in 97.
Boring.
American to win this
tournament.
Boring. And then 2020, the first and only time this tournament takes place in November. What a great collection this is.
Yeah, Randy, send that one to the World Golf Hall of Fame. The one down in St. Augustine, not even the one at the Fighters.
The defunct one.
Randy, I respect it, man. Good stuff. I don't know if it's got the horses in the back, but I think it's impressive stuff.
Let's we'll review it. So Randy just mentioned his he was 97 Tiger Woods, 1934 Horton Smith, 2020 DJ, 1961 Gary Player. Neil has 1986 Jack Nicklaus, 1958 Arnold Palmer, 2005 Tiger Woods, and 2016 Danny Willett.
And I want to just say though,
this
Spieth,
isn't a campaign point.
Spieth is going to win 4 more, so that's gonna stand out. This is going to be a great collection in 20 years.
We'll revisit in 20 years. I have the 2019 Masters with Tiger Woods, 2001 with Tiger Woods, 2011 Charles Schwartzel, and 1975 Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, cool, man.
DJ,
we all know the Beatles are great.
Yeah, cool, man.
Cool.
DJ has 2025 with Rory, 2015 with Spieth, 95 Crenshaw, 1935 Sarazen. TC has
compliments to that collection.
Yeah, thanks,
that's thoughtful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
TC has Nick Faldo, 96, 2004 with Mickelson, 79 with Zeller, and 2009 with Cabrera. Guys, I'm surprised Larry Mize didn't get a vote in 1987. That was up there for me. A win for the family, 2010.
That was on my list. So that was going to be my next pick. Not only do you get a win for the family, and obviously the pine straw, but you get the Tiger. Our champion did not live up to the standard for which we had. Like you get all that. That was kind of my collection was too bright and sunny for me to pick that one, but I really wanted to.
Yeah,
the B-side is the present.
Yes, it would have. Another round, TC. I think you would have had P. You could add that one.
TC would have had Billy Payne on his back.
Sergio Justin Rose was a good one.
Great one. I'm surprised, Randy. I kind of thought maybe you'd be going DiVincenzo. What a stupid I am. You know, we're signing the wrong scorecard.
Or Hideki.
Yeah.
First Japanese.
Well, we talked about that in the collectible market. You know, that would have been.
Listen, I think Gary's the first of the first. You know,
I think you're right.
I'm looking for 1-on-1s.
2002 Tiger.
I know.
Just a Tiger one didn't get a vote. It was a little sleepy upon review of that one, but
back
just
to back
the Tiger one.
That's just big. Nobody.
Adam Scott in the playoff against Angel Cabrera.
That was a really good one
on my list.
What about DiVincenzo?
DiVincenzo was 68.
Oh, you already said that one.
Yeah. Chris Gotterup was
Are you
22.
messing with us?
I have a migraine.
I had 2017 Sergio in a playoff. That was a good one.
Great.
We just said that one.
Is your guys' internet working?
I'll reiterate. I'm looking down my list. 70. Oh, so I had 76 Ray Floyd. He
dominated it.
Just looking down the list.
He dominated everybody that
Ray Floyd. Did you say that one?
The assembly line.
Did you say Ray Floyd?
You said Floyd.
I know. I got tongue tied. It happened. Ties of scoring record, wire to wire victory. It was kind of Ray's arrival. Sounds like you know,
couple more
personal life stuff in order and falling out.
The 2018 one needs a mention. I mean, the Spieth and Ricky runs that day. I mean, I know it ended up with P winning, but Bubba off this pine straw in 2012 as well. In the playoff.
I just couldn't pick the Bubba stuff in good conscience. Like those felt so shitty and hollow.
It was gross what he was doing at 13.
It was.
Yeah. I had Fred Couples, 96, you know, 92. Up on the bank. 92 up on the bank. Yep. Arnie in a playoff over Gary Player and Dow Finsterwald in 1962. That probably would have felt significant if we were alive in that time period. That's pretty much it.
03.
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo, of course, needs a mention. 03 TC could have been on your list. 07 could have been on your list.
Yep.
Was 03 Weir?
It was. Yeah. Mike Weir.
Yeah.
ZJ in 07.
Oh God.
The No Laying Up podcast is brought to you by Whoop, the wearable design for lasting progress. Whoop combines 24/7 health insights with personalized coaching to help you improve how you sleep, train, and feel starting day one. If I may brag, I'm on day like 323 in a row of tracking my Whoop progress. Wearing your Whoop daily improves your health with key metrics like sleep, recovery, strain, and health span with Whoop's continuous coaching and feedback. Whoop research shares that even small changes in when and how long you sleep can influence how much you move the next day. With features like Sleep Planner and Recovery Insights, Whoop helps turn real-world science into better decisions one night and one day at a time. Take it from me. I have noticed my sleep score percentage goes way down when I have alcohol close to bedtime. I find if I have happy hour-ish time drinks, it has almost no effect on my sleep, but alcohol close to bedtime has a very, very big impact on my recovery. If I have like my melatonin right before I go to bed, my sleep score goes way up. My recovery scores go way up. It gives you really good personal insights, and it just gamifies it. It makes you want to make smart, responsible decisions. And I've It's had a great impact on my life the last 5 years or so that we've worked with them. So head to join.whoop.com/NLU to get started with Whoop on a free 1-month trial that includes the hardware and completely unlocked app experience. If you don't love it, you can send it back, no questions asked. And if you already have a Whoop, join our Whoop group with code COMM-NLU. Again, join.whoop.com/NLU to get started with Whoop on a free 1-month trial. Back to the pod. All right, we're reconvening here. The judges have weighed in. They have listened to the entire audio of the pod. We are down from 6 judges to 5. We changed the format from the original of what we said. We were only going to send them lists. We sent them the audio. You guys panicked after the recording, didn't like your list, but I'm going to get right to it if you guys are ready. Actually, how do you feel you did? How do you feel like you're going to end up ranking out with the judges? Deej, where do you think you're going to feel like you're going to end up?
I'm focused on the process, not the result. And I thought my process was great. I've been sleeping great.
Neil, where do you think you're going to rank?
I cannot wait to sit in my office with a big glass of whiskey with a big ice cube using my Nest Gift ice cube maker and watch my masters. All of them. I love my collection.
You don't care where you rank?
No, I ran my own race and I love it.
TC?
I'm fearing that I'm going to be misunderstood or that some of my guys are going to be unfairly castigated for their actions. But no, I imagine I probably got second because I think there's some Tiger simps out there.
Second place.
Sure.
Okay. Randy, what do you think?
I think I got last, and I think it's a disgrace. And I think as the sands of time pass, my collection's only going to get better and better.
Maybe we have it get rejudged every 5 years or something.
I think in the long run, I will win, but I am not prepared to win today.
Let's get right into it then.
Hey guys, Kyle Porter, Normal Sport. Thank you for asking me to do this. It's always fun to talk about the Masters, always fun to talk about lists. So doing both at the same time is a blast. Let's get right to it. I've got Mr. Big in 5th. It felt like he kind of, maybe he's been too deep in Oscars research, but he kind of chose a bunch of Masters that were up for Best Picture. And congrats, you got the one that won Best Picture, which was the 97 Masters with Tiger. But the other 3, like sometimes happens with the Oscars movies that are up for Best Picture. I don't know if anybody's ever seen them. So I've got him 5th. Mr. TC, I've got 4th. Kind of a weird collection. We've got... Angel Cabrera, we've got Fuzzy Zeller. 2004 rocked. That was an amazing, amazing Masters with Ernie and Phil. So I kind of considered the 3rd spot, but overall not. I didn't see a through line there. I didn't see kind of what Mr. TC was going for. So I've got Neil in 3rd. I did laugh about Neil's list because it was Tiger, it was Jack, it was Arnie, and then it was Danny Willett. So that theme kind of petered out there at the end. But 86 was extraordinary. So that obviously bumps it up. And then the Arnie one was historic and great as well. So, I've got him in 3rd. And then, the top 2 were tough for me. I kind of went back and forth here. I wanted to put DJ in 1st. I thought it was the most heartfelt list with the Rory, the Spieth, the shot heard around the world, the Ben Crenshaw. It was a very thoughtful list.
Thank you.
That I really loved. But I had to sign an oath of honor that I would not pick my favorites, but the best out of these guys' lists, the best Masters out of these guys' lists, and just objectively, I think it's solid. You've got the 2 Tigers. You've got 1975, unbelievable, and then 2011. Yes, not a great winner. However, if Adam Scott had won that, if Tiger had won that, if somebody that was not Charles Schwartzel had won it, I think he would be among the top 10 ever, just because that was the most chaotic Sunday, I think, of the last 15 or 20 years. I mean, there was 10 people that could have won that Masters. So, Solly 1, DJ 2, Neil 3, Mr. TC 4th, and hate to do it to you, Big Randy, but I've got you in 5th.
I think you could hear where his heart was there. I got no problem.
Decidedly not doing the rhino jive is Kyle Porter.
I mean, imagine if LeBron had won that one. It would have been crazy.
Yeah, it's just a little too on the nose for me.
All right.
Doesn't see the through line.
Yeah, he told me I had like the best pictures, which by definition are the best movies, but yet
it sounded like he signed maybe another oath.
Big, I think that's the secret agent's gonna age well. You know, it's going to age well, but it might have been misunderstood now.
Yeah, people don't get these.
When was the last time you watched Drive My Car?
It's been a while.
I'm not convinced Porter's seen the Fuzzy Zeller Masters.
Let's see if TC could climb his way out and get finished in that second place spot. Next up, Justin Huber.
Good evening, gentlemen. Man, what an honor to judge this little Masters draft. Man, I had to dust off the old cowboy hat. It's been collecting some cobwebs to put this on, to come in here and judge this. Thank you for having me be a guest judge, man. Listening to this, seeing these picks, I mean, brought back some memories. First off, probably my favorite Masters of all time, the 97 Tiger win. I mean, just iconic. Watched it the other day. Randy, what a great choice.
Thank you.
You know, in there, maybe my second favorite of all time was the 05 Tiger, that chip in. I could take you back to where I was with a buddy of mine, watching in his bedroom on a little tube TV, and that ball sat on the edge forever. Just spectacular. But as we get down this list, you know, someone's got to be a winner. Someone has to have the best overall squad. And, you know, we talk about the records, the one-hit wonders, or the whole body of work. And for that, I got to give it to DJ. He's the number one here.
Let's
the
go.
Rory win for the Grand Slam. Spieth in 15, just one of the all-time greatest runs.
Couldn't agree more.
95 Crenshaw. I mean, if that doesn't bring a tear to your eye, I don't know what will.
Pass the tissues.
Now, the 35 Saracen, don't have much on that one, but those first three really carried a lot of weight here. In second place, I got Solly's squad. I mean, 2019 Tiger, I woke Jackson up. He was a year and a half old, woke him up from his nap so he could watch Tiger finish the 18th. He doesn't remember it, but I sure will forever. 01 Tiger, classic. And the 75 Nicklaus, 3 solid picks. But the 11 Schwartzel just kind of brought it down for me. That was, it was crazy, but it was also forgettable. And for that, Solly comes in at number 2.
I don't know about that.
Number 3, Randy, the big man.
Hey.
Just an absolute banger with the first pick. 97 Tiger. Peak
Simps.
for me as a kid getting into this. I'm 10 years old, watching that and thinking, I want to be like Tiger. That was like, that's it. That's the moment. But as he goes down the list, man, he had a lot of draws there with the 2020 DJ win. You know, that him going and attacking like the firsts, the changeover and the old Masters of the new with Tiger winning, DJ being a November tournament, 61 player, and then throwing it back to the first ever winner with, Horton Hears a Who, Smith. I've been reading Horton Hears a Who to the kids, and that resonated me. That brought Big up to the third sput.
BallKnower,
we got Neil, just kind of all over the place, but some bangers. The 05 Tiger, like I mentioned, just a epic tournament. 86 Jack, that one lives rent free in the head. 58 Palmer, didn't get it for me. And then the 2016 Danny Willett, that's the one that had the potential of being one of the all-time greats, but Danny Willett was the winner. And, you don't want to judge a guy by one record or one song on the record, but the 16 Willett just isn't it for me. And then TC, a lot can be said about this lineup, good or bad. Mickelson, pretty impressive. The 79 Zeller win, I remember watching that at Sweetens and thinking, there's no way this guy wins the tournament.
Thank you.
Crazy. 09 Cabrera, beat the Kentuckian Kenny Perry. That was a heartbreaker for me. That's why this one's fallen down to number 5. Really wanted to see the sweet swinging Kenny Perry hit those little baby draws in there, putting with that ping crazy. But Cabrera took him down, and for that reason, TC, that one was a little bit of a stinger for me. So you're going to come in at number 5, but guys,
doesn't even reference
absolute heat on these lists. And again, congrats in my opinion to DJ for
thank you
for having the little twist with the 5s in there. I think just kind of seals it for me. And again, the 25 Rory, the 15 Spieth, and the 95 Crenshaw, man, those are just three of the all-time best. So thanks, guys.
Couldn't have said,
DJ's up there filming some content with Huber this week.
Wow.
First,
I didn't think about
Thinks
that.
a little bit.
It definitely makes you think.
You guys could have gone and filmed it. Go ahead.
I did not.
You know, I knew we were doing this. I knew we were doing this pod. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to win.
Was Huber judging it on the winners or on the tournament itself?
You had
I think it's in the eye of the beholder.
We don't know,
Yeah.
CC.
I think
Clearly the
Absolutely.
winner because Danny Willett's getting disgraced.
Also, he didn't even acknowledge my Faldo Norman, which
I think
believe was my
that probably would have put you up into second if he'd have noticed that one.
DC's demanding a recount.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he said one pick soured his on Neil's, right?
TC, I think this is maybe what it's like sitting in the other chair for the Fedora 5 every week. I think you got, as someone who comes up with a lot of proprietary systems themselves, I think you got to just maybe sit back and take this one.
Them being really special to you and nobody else is also a feature and not a bug, TC. I think that's kind of the deal here.
Good Masters.
Sure.
09 legitimately was great.
Yes.
It was.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Poosh next.
Oh gosh.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Poosh. Solly asked me to be a judge on this NLU Masters draft. I said gladly. To be fair, I'm not like the hugest Masters aficionado. I love the Masters, obviously, big watcher. I think for me, this is like subjective art criticism. Every guy's got their own kind of through line through their picks and has some sort of imaginary theme that's going on here. Just based on what I was hearing, it seemed like they kind of were somewhat, trying to go with some sort of theme, and then they were kind of alternating and not, and it was slightly confused. But I don't think there's a runaway winner.
It's a draft.
Don't think anybody really knocked it out of the park. But for me, the Masters that really stick with me the most are the ones that I remember and had emotional kind of attachment to. So obviously, kind of the Tiger Masters, all of them. Huge Tiger guy, obviously.
It's gross.
Even the Phil Masters, I remember that one being pretty cool. Watching it in person, and then actually Rory, in 2025. So those are some big ones for me. So overall, I think I'm gonna have to give my first place to DJ.
Let's
And I
go,
think because
guys.
he has the kind of 25, 2015, 95, and then the 35 with Sarazen. If I look at this like if somebody invited you over to their house and they're like, yo, we're going to watch some Masters. He has the most interesting through line with going from the kind of the decade to the 20-year gap pre Tiger Woods and the 95 Crenshaw that would before Tiger kind of hit. He doesn't have any of the Tiger Woods Masters, but he's kind of got the different generations. He's got the Spieth 2015, and then he's obviously got Rory completing the Grand Slam in 2025, the Sarazen in 35. It just makes the most sense as a complete piece of collector's
Yeah, you
items
couldn't even watch the
together.
35 one, Poosh.
Couldn't agree more, Poosh.
In second place, I would have Solly. I think he's got the 2019 Tiger and the 2001 Tiger. I wasn't really sure why he went with the Schwartzel in 2011. That one puzzled me. That one always seemed like a weird one to me. And then the 75 Nicklaus. Not a huge, I don't know a ton about that one, but it seemed like from the pod it was, it had some historical significance. Obviously having
Judges
Jack,
stink.
Hey Jack, it's like, listen, here he had two Tiger Woods, one Jack Nicklaus, and then he threw in a Schwartzel. Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think in third place, I'm gonna go with Neil. He has 86 Jack, 58 Arnie, 2005 Tiger, and then he's got the Danny Willett, which is a bit like throwing the 58 Palmer and the 2016 Willett in there is kind of like he's like almost trying to be like at the end he's like, here, we're gonna throw this like jazz chord in at the end of this real basic kind of progression just to make it like different and edgy, but then it doesn't really work.
Damn, that's
although I did
hard.
like I think his name was PJ Willett. I did enjoy his writing during the that Masters. I thought it was actually quite good.
That's Ryder Cup.
Quite entertaining. Fourth place, going with TC.
That's
with the bad guys, the bad guys of the Masters. It felt like he could have really pulled it together. I think the 96 Faldo, although I knew where he was going there, it was kind of like, you know, watching the shark meltdown was kind of where he was going there. But then he kind of pivoted to Mickelson, Zeller, and Angel Cabrera, which those are actually pretty good Masters to have. I think they were entertaining Masters, but
Thank you.
And the 96 Masters, obviously a massive meltdown. But he could have really brought it home if he had a P or he had maybe two Angel Cabreras. Just another something to really like tie the bad guy kind of like thing together. Lastly, Randy. Sorry, my dude. Randy's one is like he's got 97 Tiger, so he's like, "Yo, come on over. We're gonna smoke a joint, and we're gonna listen to Abbey Road or like the White Album or something like that." And then like halfway through the evening, he's like, "Dude, we're gonna get a little bit like crazier." And then he starts like freebasing like crack, and then puts on like Chinese Democracy. And he's like, "Dude, check this. You gotta check this shot out." And then it's like acro yoga, and like people are cutting themselves, and it gets like really dark. And it's like, why does he have the 97 Tiger, and then he's got 34 Horton Smith, and then he's got the 2020 DJ, the November Masters, where
one of one.
It's like there's no fans. It's like just a weird oddball. And then he's got 1961 Gary Player, who's like should have been on TC's list, to be honest. If TC had Player on his list, that would have been, you know, they should have swapped there at some point. So there you go. DJ, Solly, Neil, TC, Randy. That's my order. Thanks, boys. Enjoyed it. Great pod.
Gosh, that's
Poosh. I would have gone with another Angel Cabrera one, but he didn't win another.
Sure, I was thinking that myself. TC.
I gotta say that was a good detonation by Pooch. I didn't see back row yoga and cutting on my list there. Danny, you're doing some dark stuff with your selections.
Pooch is not invited over. I thought if one judge was going to get where I was going, it was Pooch. So that is not a good sign for me.
It's not.
I love Pooch, notoriously a fan of all the greats, Lakers, Cowboys, Yankees, Jayhawks, and now yours truly. I just am I'm honored to be sitting on that Mount Rushmore.
I missed that one. All right, next up, Gabby Herzig.
Hello, everyone. Gabby Herzig from The Athletic here. I just want to start off by saying what an honor it is to serve on this judging panel. Had a lot of fun doing it, so let's get right into it. Coming in first on my list, I have Solly. Now, Solly, I really think you hit all the points here. You've got a little bit of everything. Epic comeback with Tiger in 2019, total heartbreak with Rory in 2011, a little bit of history with the Tiger Slam and Jack in 75. I just think it's a very well-rounded list and hard to beat. Coming in at number 2, this was a tough one, but I'm going to go with Neil. I think Neil really hits on the moments of the Masters, that highlight reel feel. You've got Yes Sir, you've got the Tiger chip in, which as a kid was just ingrained as an image in my brain. That's a tough one to outdo. And the Spieth implosion is really an important moment in the recent history of the Masters for just how brutal the tournament can be. So coming in at number 3, related to that, I have DJ's list, which is more of a feel-good list to me. He mentioned that. He was aware of that in the podcast. And so I think he really started off hot with the Rory Masters, where we truly had a little bit of everything. It was such a roller coaster. But then I think the rest of the list, it needed a little bit of edge to really round it out, which I think was lacking in some capacity. And then coming in at number 4, Randy just throwing shots at the judging panel. I kind of wanted to put him in 5th, but I couldn't because of the 1997 Masters and how much of a moment that was, not just for the golf world, but for the nation, with Tiger coming out and finally doing it. So that's going to carry Randy. The rest of the list, I honestly don't even want to talk about. So that leaves 5th place for TC. You know, TC, I really respect this list. I just want to say that. The anti-heroes of the Masters, there's 100% something there. But Phil is just working way too hard to carry the gloriousness of the list. There are too many villains on this one for me to put it at the top or even higher than last. So TC, it was a great entertaining ride to hear you list each one, but for me it's coming in 5th place. So that's my ranking. We've got number 1 Solly, number 2 Neil, number 3 DJ, number 4 Randy, and number 5 TC.
It's unbelievable.
Solly, that was thoughtful.
Yeah.
I thought that was thoughtful.
Did each of these judges listen, or did only some of them listen?
I have no idea. I was provided them the audio. I actually think all of them had to listen. Only one asked for the actual screenshot of the list, so all of them would have had to have listened.
She clearly listened intently.
Yeah,
to
she
you.
listened. The other ones, I don't know.
Randy's
She
taking
respected
cheap shots
my
at the
list.
judges ahead of time. Gotta
TC,
question
did you
that strategy.
listen? Like, there's very clear consensus from everybody that has listened to this pod. Did you?
No, I mean, what Huber said, there's no through line to mine. There's clearly a through line. There's maybe too much of a through line, according to Gabby.
He also said that 2011 was forgettable. Like, the judges have their flaws, but
It's like
Yeah,
Oscar
that's why we're-
voting. Yeah, some of these guys
that's
been
why
around
we're
forever. Who knows why they get to vote?
last
I
up.
thought Gabby rose to the moment there. That was
I do too.
clearly well thought out points.
It's complete,
Huber's-
concise,
Yeah.
confident
It
in
was.
all of it.
Huber might be voting with the Bill Poley and Tony Dungy block.
With his hat, I think he took it super serious.
All right, last up, Shade Bacon.
Fellas, coming from my judge cave here in South Carolina. First of all, appreciate the invite to be a judge in this prestigious, as they call it, Masters ranking of the best Masters ever. I was thinking about how to split it up collectively. History champion, Master Sunday, I think was really important. And after listening to the podcast, I hate to do this. It's unfortunate, but it's like picking LeBron as the MVP during his prime or MJ. But I mean, Solly with the runaway win here. I mean, 2019-01.
Get this out of my ears.
Underrate and talk a lot about 2011 as much as Solly does. One of the best Master Sundays ever. 75, one of the great historical Masters ever. I'd say he took 4 of the top 7 best Masters in his picks, which was pretty impressive. I got Neil second with his run just because he went 86 in 2005. I don't think you can take 58 before 75. I thought that was a bit of a miss there. 16 is always a great rewatch on the YouTube there for
Mr.
Sunday.
Palmer.
Third up, I had DJ, Mr. Pie Man. I liked where he went in terms of the 25, 15, 95, 35, I think is an underrated short one as well. But I thought DJ had some good ones in there. Obviously, the Rory one, let's be honest, it's going to age very, very well. 2025 is going to age extremely well. Fourth, not on the podium, but close. Randy, honestly, man, didn't love the first pick with 97. I think historically it matters a lot. Not necessarily the most entertaining, very impactful. Also, Randy, I thought we were Phil guys. I thought you and I were kind of like kindred spirits growing up as Phil people. You got to go 4 out of the gate, even if you don't want to take it. I thought that was strange. You kind of gave Neil that whole the Durant pick, really, with that 86 option going with 97 out of the gate. I didn't hate what you were doing, Randy, there with 2020, just to being different. 34. Yeah. I liked kind of where you went with that, and I think it makes a lot of sense. 61 threw me off a bit there. And then, of course, Tronald is 5 of 5. 96, I think, entertainment-wise, was incredible. And it's very memorable, and I think it's aged well, considering all that's happened in the golf world over the last 5 years. 04, my favorite Masters ever, so that's on the list. But you lost me a bit with 79 and 09 with your last 2 picks. Tough spot to be, by the way, 5th.
79
in terms of
is a
snake,
good
you weren't
Masters.
necessarily put in a great position. I took that into account. But still, I think you could have gone better with those last 2 picks. At least gave yourself an opportunity. I mean, Adam Scott was there. That Masters was incredible. The photography after, the fact that the Australian finally got it done. It was just hanging there and nobody decided to bite. But yeah, Solly, your winner. Congrats, boys. Very entertaining, and it makes me more and more excited for Augusta.
There you have it, guys.
Disgusting. Truly.
How was Tron below me based on that?
Average finishes. I was lucky enough to eke out first place. DJ second, Neil third, Randy fourth, TC fifth. Is decidedly how it all shook out. So you guys kind of.
I'm just glad at least one of the judges. Shout out to Gabby. She understood the impact of the Danny Willett win. That one he's going to live on for eons, gentlemen.
I thought Gabby kind of hit me in the heart there a little bit. I didn't have enough edge. I didn't have enough kind of grit to really go toe to toe with Solly. Solly, congratulations! It was a good collection. I'll take my hat off, shake your hand. It doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
I just don't think yours is the most fun art installation, though. There's other museums I'd visit. I think before I went to yours, even if it is the best.
It's fine. Maybe you're not invited to my little party.
I'm not acknowledging these results. These are.
I thought it was going to be Neil that protested the results, but
I thought like 3 of the 5 judges just didn't even come close to getting it.
TC, you picked 1979 and
that's such. I want to stand up for TC.
Rule.
79 is such a good match.
Sure, but
like Bacon had no idea what happened in 79. Clearly.
You had it was also your job to make the case for it, and they listened to that and heard all that, and they were unconvinced.
I don't know if they did. I don't know if they did.
They did.
You know what we should have? We probably should have had an old some version of an old.
Yeah.
There's a recency bias here.
We're building this plane as we're flying
youths.
it. You know, we'll come up with something better next time.
The judge, I'd stack the judges. I knew that was.
You know what
coming.
I think we should do is each of us should get to hand pick a judge next time.
Oh,
I think we should each nominate. We can stack the the panel, stack the bench.
Instead of the judges being stacked with a bunch of Tiger simps. It's ridiculous.
This was also known. All of this information was known when we made the draft. For the listeners' sake, again, they're going to flail. They're going to do their thing. This was all known information. They still let me get.
Judge.
They still let me get 97 and.
See, wanted Wade Player to be one of the judges.
So, all right, that's officially going to do it. Thank you. Hopefully, this gets you a little bit of a Masters mood. I know we are definitely trending that way on our side over here. So, thank you for listening. Thanks to all the judges. Thanks to all the judges that donated all their time and put a lot of effort into this. And thank you for listening. We'll see you back here. We got a lot more Masters stuff to come ahead of here in the Masters coming up here in a couple weeks. So, thank you for listening.